behind the net. Centering pass and a shot and a save made by Fisher on Max Kness from between the circles. The Indians are finding that grade A scoring area. Here's Austin Sawiarski wearing a makeshift number 32 on his back. It's in hockey tape, white hockey tape. Haven't seen that this year. Whatever it takes, I guess. And he's in front of the net trying to deflect this one home, but he couldn't get it there. Pass was in his skates, and he couldn't get a clean shot away from just a couple of feet out. Taking down to 4. Back to action, 2:49 to play in the first period. Again, Peters Township on the attack. Tomko chasing after this one, and he overskates it as here comes Upper St. Clair. Ruffner looking back to the point. I apologize for my call on the first goal. That was Cooper Slavin. The 28 and the 26 have been messing me up all year from afar. So doing the best that I can, obviously, with the remote broadcast. A backhand chance goes off the crossbar from in close. I think maybe Fisher got a piece of that. And a long-distance shot gobbled up here by Kyle Thomas. Thomas now in net. Hilbert appeared to have an equipment issue. Now back to the point and played out to center ice. Here comes Tomko again. He's got one goal in this game. Now he goes cross rink. A forehand stuff chance. What a save by Fisher. Great stop. As the Peters Township transition game continues to generate. Stawiarski slows things down. Drags it around a man. Now he's shot it, and that goes wide of the net. That was deflected by Thomas. Over the near side. 90 seconds to go in the first period. Ripped down the rink by McKenna. That allows Upper St. Clair to regather it in their own end, but they give it right back to PT. Peters Township at home in this game, up 2-0. They're 7-1 on home ice this year as they break up this pass attempt at the side of their net. No penalties yet in this first period. Couple of goals. One from Cooper Slavin, one from William Tomko. They each have 14 on the year, tied for the team lead. Nearly a goal per game for each. 1 minute to play in the period. Up this near side. And the flip in by Derek Schuster, number 91, to the corner. Pressuring Andrew Happ. And fire down the rink by Peters Township. This goes for an icing call with 40 seconds remaining in the first period. Well, trends continue for Upper St. Clair. They've been outscored 40-20, now 42-20, in fact. It was 40-20 coming into tonight in the first couple of periods this season. They've actually hung pretty close in the third period, but the damage has been done. They've been playing from behind basically all season long. They had a nice little stretch in the middle of the regular season, but a 5-game losing streak early, and they're currently on a 4-game losing streak and down 2-0 to Peters Township, and needing to make up points to get into the Penguins Cup playoffs at the end of the month. Chance at the left circle, and Denied there was Slavin of his second goal of the game. Mertens bumped into by a couple of Panthers. Puck free behind the net. Looking for Slavin was Mertens. Couldn't get it there. Down to 2 seconds to go in the period, and time runs out on a successful opening stanza for Peters Township as they get back on home ice for the first time in nearly a month. Actually, 4 weeks exactly to the day from when they played Cannon McMillan in the Miners' Cup game. So we'll take a look at some replays, and we'll bring it on back from the start of the second period in just a moment. You're watching Peters Township Hockey on PetersHockey.tv. Back for the start of period number 2. Peters Township now attacking down to our left. Upper St. Clair vice versa to our right. This is Matt Geika, and this is PetersHockey.tv and our presentation of Peters Township Hockey. Out to the point, a wrist shot that goes over the top, deflected over Jake Fisher. Referee washed it out, so it was a close call. Tomko trying to snipe the top right corner for the second time in this game, and he missed there. Dump behind the goal, chasing after it, Ben Kovac for Township, but he can't get there in time to break it up. And here are the Upper St. Clair Panthers. Deflecting it ahead, Grayson Bayer, the senior. Bayer waiting for a man at center ice. Now left it for John McShane. McShane centering here. Nearly found Dom Keller. Keller dropped it on back, looking for Bayer, but that's away from his reach. The Panthers stringing together some passes for the first time tonight in the offensive zone, but doesn't lead to anything of substance. And cleared down the rink. Here come the Tribe now, leaving it back. Tomko circling, stuffing, scoring! 3-0 Peters Township. The big guns continue to fire for PT. Again, it's Tomko from close range. Not much was going on that entry, at least for a second, but Tomko swooped in to take it away from Kovac and just jam it home as goaltender Fisher couldn't get over to this near side post. Something from nothing on the stagnant 2-on-2 rush. Amazing what happens when you keep churning your legs and keep pushing. And the Indians have just had more want to in this opening, 19 minutes of this game. 3-0 and continuing their trend on home ice of putting up big goal totals. They have now scored 51 goals in their 9 home games at Prinscape. A wrist shot from the outside. That's deflected wide of the goal. I think that's still Kyle Thomas in net. No, it's back to Nolan Hilbert. It appears he got his equipment fixed. Number 29 is back between the pipes for Peters Township. So a strange circumstance at the end of that period. It appeared that the steel just came out of his skate as this drive goes wide of the net. And scooped up again by Siniowski back out at the point. Roy Siniowski pinches up and can't keep it alive in the offensive zone at least. He did tie it up in front of his bench. This is Masucci for PT. Got the shot off, but it was blocked. Blocked to the corner, Deemer centering. Masucci left it there. Battle for it. Kness stumbled down, but he was checked legally, and play comes back down the other way. McShane cruising into the O-zone. McShane's got a man in front. That's Bayer. Couldn't get it to him. This line is back out for Coach Dave Stock and his Panthers. And Bayer's shooting. That's fought off by Hilbert. From the left wing boards. So Hilbert back in there. A brief foray in the net for Kyle Thomas. I believe he made a couple of saves at the end of that period, but that was it. The pass is in the skates here of Deemer. He overskated it, left it behind. So Upper St. Clair trying to dig into this 3-0 deficit. Drop back and played ahead by Dom Keller into the corner. McShane again. And pushed out to center by Peters Township. McFeely went cross rink with this one. And here are the Indians again, tossing it off the window and down. Cassiola's going to skate in after this one. Fisher plays it away from the side of his net and right to a Panther out by the line. Fortunately for him. 13.5 to go in the second period. William Tonko's second goal of the game has given him 15 on the year, and it's given Peters Township a 3-goal lead. To the line. Handed off. Kimberling, strong shot. Low along the ice. Save made by Fisher. Rebounds available over on that far side post, but unable to be jammed in. Given back out to the red line, but Kimberling shuffles it right back into the offensive zone for Peters Township. Cassiola up on the forecheck. The puck is flipped past him. Bayer hands it off. Dom Keller shoots in and handled at the side of the net by Nolan Hilbert. Backhanded into the safety of center ice by Peters Township. Cassiola pitchforks it further, but picked up by the spinning Charlie Sweet, and he got it out to center ice. Here are the Panthers, 1-on-3 in the offensive zone. A high rising shot goes over the net from Ruffner. He's got a lot on that one. That's why he's got 10 goals on the year. Easily in the team lead, 5 ahead of Austin Stawiarski. Now Hlavik pursues the play for Upper St. Clair, but again, they can't make anything happen on the forecheck. PT's been pretty clean coming out of its own end so far in this game. Hlavik digging in there, but can't find it for Upper St. Clair once again. Stauffer poked it to the red line. Back in the clutches of Jack Bosick, senior defenseman for Peters Township, playing his 7th game of the year. The puck's loose in the attacking zone for Upper St. Clair, but tossed out to center again. Slow regroup and the stationary breakout for Peters Township. That bounces off a PT leg and all the way down the ice over the goal line for an icing. There you see the backup goalie Kyle Thomas opening up the door for his teammates. Got the second camera working. How about that for Todd Kazarowski and crew at Printscape? Love it. Hey, the innovation continues. Thank you for watching all season long, by the way, whether home or road. I've gotten the opportunity to do the home games for the most part. Matt Popchak's been doing a lot of the road contests for us. Thanks to my good friend Matt for helping us fill in the holes in the schedule here. Turnover and a shot by McShane, and that stop by Hilbert. I want to get a look at the shots on goal at the next stoppage here, if they are available online at PIHLhockey.com. They usually are. Mertens trying to fight for the puck below the goal line in his own end, and it does hop out to center ice. Stauffer on the overlap, couldn't force it further. Chase Stauffer with 6 goals and 11 points as a senior. Mentioned him, Kazarowski, Kness, Camden Martin. They've all been part of that secondary scoring crew for Peters Township this year. Plenty of depth, as usual, on the attack for a team that's averaging nearly 5 goals per game. Little deke to the outside by Dom Keller. Well done to protect the puck, but gave it away. 10 minutes to play in the second period. PT owns the only goal in this frame, and no penalties yet. Is this going to be one? I don't think so. I don't see a hand in the air from the referee in the attacking zone. Ruffner dished it back to the point. Here comes a shot, and it's deflected wide. Rebound right out in front. Hilbert holds this one as Bayer was hacking at it. Zach Cilio shot it initially from the point, and that was held out. 9:44 left in the second. Shots on goal in the first period were 15-8 for Peters Township. Now we play here in the second, it's 17-10. Ben Kovac has a couple of assists, by the way, for PT as they get an opportunity here at the attacking end. Swirling is that man, Kovac, out to the point, gave it to McKenna, shot it, saved by Fisher, but the rebound, he couldn't track it in his skates until his teammates found it for him. Dished up into the left wing corner. McShane overskated. Picked up by Sweet. Fed it down in behind the goal line. Now the Indians get it going north. And out to center it comes. Centering pass, wide open net, score! Ben Kovac guides it in. He won't have an easier one this year. What a great pass from the corner, too. And Peters Township makes it 4-0 with 8:59 left in the period. Ben Kovac's 10th of the season. And guess who was making the feed? Your leading assist man himself. Well, close to it, I should say. Tomko's now got 12 on the year. Second on the team in assists to Ben Kovac, who we just set up for the goal. So, role reversal a bit. Tomko's got 2 goals and an assist in this one after his hat trick against North Allegheny last Tuesday. As Peters Township offense continues to impress with a 4-0 lead now. Here's a backhand opportunity right in on goal, and Hilbert pins it down off the feed there from Siniowski. Ben Kovac has 25 points now, so he has a 3-point day as well. 1 goal, 2 helpers. Carson Alexander and Austin Malley, by the way, have the other assists in this game for Peters Township. Trying to center this one, but broken up. Upper St. Clair keeps at it. Ruffner, nifty moves to keep the puck alive on the half boards. Ruffner goes down low with it. Nice pass. Stuff try. They score. So Upper St. Clair gets one back. Ruffner started the play, or started the action toward the goal with a few smooth moves right at the half boards, halfway down. And it ends up being stashed in by, I think that's Colin McFeely. That's another player with the hockey tape numbers. So I apologize for not getting the ID right away. He doesn't have a name on the back of his jersey. I thought that was 23. If that is McFeely, that's his first of the year. If it was something else, we'll get you that information a little bit later. So, again, calling it remotely, doing the best I can, especially with the makeshift numerals on the back of the jersey. This is Grayson Bayer. I can tell you that for certain. In a 4-1 game now, Bayer has plenty of room to gain the line. He wanted to make a pass into the middle, but that was off a skate. Now he dished it back to the point and spinning around Rory Siniowski, but he couldn't locate it. Cassiola's got a break. Cassiola's shot, and off the pad of Fisher and off into the corner. Out by the blue line. It's held in there by Caleb Kovac. This is Caleb Kovac again. A backhand pass, and it goes just right under the stick of his line mate there at the side of the net. Good work from Cassiola and Kovac on that shift to nearly make it happen. Up the far wing, here are the Tribe. And this is Kovac shooting deeper with 7 minutes to go before the ice cut. Stauffer tries to take this puck away behind the net, and he does. Now collapsing on a Panther are a couple of Indians there in the corner. Blasted in by Kimberling. Now he's got to hightail it back to prevent the breakaway pass, and he does get a stick on this one as the Panthers were trying to spring John McShane to the corner, and again fed out of the zone. Mertens did the job that time, ushering it further. Couldn't get it to Cooper Slavin, though. Here's a deke move to the outside, and Stawiarski couldn't finish it. Now he spins it to the corner. He turns around as the puck's cleared right past his shoulder. Here comes Peters Township. Down to our left, they simply dump it in. Sweet picks up the loose puck. Good little feed there to Dom Keller on the relay, and it's chipped ahead. Panthers need a change with 6 to go in the second period. 4-1 Peters Township. They've got 2 in this frame. And Upper St. Clair has the 1. Big battle for the puck south of the goal line. Mertens came up with it, and it's a backhand try for Cooper Slavin that's fended off by Fisher. He's had to be sharp tonight, and this one he holds on to right out in front of his net. And he's allowed 4 so far. I don't want to criticize him too much because, well, his team's been outshot by a wide margin. Right now looking at nearly a 2-1 margin, 20-11 at the moment. By the way, that was Aaron Stawiarski, or, well, I have Austin, but it's Aaron on the score sheet here. Off the face-off win. And it is Aaron, by the way. We can clear that up. So Stawiarski does get the goal. On the try in front, wasn't McFeely, it was Stawiarski with his 6th of the season for Upper St. Clair. McKenna will handle this one. Ryan McKenna steps on the brakes behind his net. Senior D-man leads up the far wing. Good pass. Stauffer was going to the net, but couldn't get the feed. PT stays on it. Stauffer's in front. A chance, and they score! Stauffer couldn't get it, but his line mate did. Right at the front of the net. And fed in for a 5-1 Peters Township advantage. I think that's going to be Austin Malley lurking and eventually finishing this one as he was calling for that pass. Actually, no, it was off Malley. And right to Ben Kovac. So Kovac gets the finishing touch. 2 goals for him. Another assist for William Tomko, who made that dish across the blue paint. 4 points for each of them. 2 goals and 2 assists for each of them. Symmetry on that top line, which is lighting it up against Upper St. Clair tonight. Kness to Cassiola. He takes the shot. Fisher sticks it to the far side corner. Cassiola again, turning away from pressure. Max Kness, the senior, belted down to one knee, but he keeps on going. Let the puck go over to the far side, and unable to be held at the point. Cassiola on the regroup, surging into the offensive zone. Luke Cassiola, power forward. Backhand pass to the front of the net. Cassiola set it up for Kness, and he scored. Maxwell Kness, I think, got the last touch on it. Looks like that's the case, and it's a 6-1 Peters Township lead with 4:08 to go in the second period. Yes, it was Kness, his 6th of the year from 5 feet out, chipping it over the pad of Fisher. And you wonder if Coach Dave Stock on the Upper St. Clair side is thinking about either calling a timeout or changing his goaltender. The goal 2 goals ago was Tomko setting up Ben Kovac. Austin Malley got a second assist on that one. So Austin Malley has 2 points. He had 2 goals the last time against Upper St. Clair. Now he's getting back into his scoring form. Those are 2 assists to his credit, giving him 3 on the year. Top line's looking incredible this evening for Coach Rick Tingle. Cross-ring pass. Trying to find McShane was Bayer, but that didn't connect. And maybe the Panthers just trying to get back 1 here to give him some sign of life going into the third. This late night game getting toward 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching on PetersHockey.tv. This is Matt Geico on the play-by-play. Todd Kazarowski and his crew on site at Printscape Arena in South Point. Headman pass by Mertens. Mertens gets it right back in front and scores! 7-1 Peters Township. This time, I want to say it was Stauffer who made the pass from the corner. Now, Stauffer was late coming. Mertens ended up sliding through. And he finished it off the feed from Cooper Slavin down the right wing. So Slavin made the play, a little hold-up move. Reminded me of a soccer match there, waiting for his teammates to catch up as he just stick-handled and created some space, some time for himself. And by that time, Mertens was sliding right into the slot for the one-time finish. And now Fisher's been beaten 7 times on the night. And Upper St. Clair is staring its 5th consecutive loss in the face and looking less and less likely they're going to be able to rally to get into the Penguins Cup playoffs. 4 points back of Bethel Park entering tonight. Well, this result's not going to help. They're probably going to come out of here with 0 in terms of point getting in the standings. And they've just got the 1 goal on the board right now to 7 for Peters Township. So Upper St. Clair, they've had some opportunities in the O zone, at least possession time, but they haven't been able to really get some prime scoring chances outside of the Aaron Stawiarski goal midway through the frame. 2 minutes to play in the second period. Might just be about pride now for the Panthers. That's offside, but the slap shot came in anyway. Big rip off the huge windup from Andrew Happ. Doesn't appear Peters Township's taking exception to that. All right, so 5 goals in this period for Peters Township. Tomko, Ben Kovac again, Kness, and now Ryder Mertens most recently from Cooper Slavin. Here's a chance for an 8th goal. And that one goes in. PT has been lethal off the counterattack. I was just switching back to it. I was looking at the score sheet, and I shouldn't have done that, because Ben Kovac was swirling around the outside, and he had Austin Malley in front, who redirected it home into the wide-open goal with Fisher out trying to poke check. So Malley gets his first goal in a long time. He's got 5 on the season, and that's 3 points for him. And make it a 5-point night. 2 goals, 3 assists for Ben Kovac. Chance back the other way for Upper St. Clair, and there is Hilbert to make the save and keep it at 8-1. That's right, 8-1 is your score with 1:33 to go in the second period. Another bonanza of goals for Peters Township at home this season. They've gotten to 9 before. They blew out Cathedral Prep 9-0 before the holiday break. It's the last game that I called for you here on PetersHockey.tv. They've also gotten to 10 against Seneca Valley this season. In fact, I'll read off the list once we get to the third period. So I want to make sure I remember all the big games that they've had offensively this year. It's been kind of remarkable. Deflected shot goes over to the corner. Under a minute to play in the second period, mercifully for Upper St. Clair. But it's not over yet. Fisher looks on as the Indians will get to this puck first in the corner. Caleb Kovac has it now. His brother's got a huge outing. Maybe he can add something to it here as he tries to find his line mate Masucci in the corner. It skips by him. Todd Kazarowski pinches up. And here are the Panthers with a half minute to go in the period. Up the far wing side, a centering pass, and that goes right through everything. From behind the goal, Cole Siniowski couldn't make anything happen. Back out to the blue line and beyond. 15 seconds left in the period. A turnover, another chance, another centering pass, and that goes right under the stick of its intended receiver. 6 seconds to play in the second period. Doesn't appear that Upper St. Clair is going to be able to generate anything from this, although Hilbert played it right to a Panther. Turning chance at the buzzer, and that missed the goal. 6 goals in the second period for Upper St. Clair. Ben Kovac had 2, Tomko, Kness, Mertens, and Austin Malley, the final one there, with a couple of minutes left before the break. And, well, we're going to take a timeout here as, well, we've got some words exchanged right now between, it looks like Nolan Hilbert was getting involved with some of the Upper St. Clair Panthers. Oh, now players are getting separated as sticks are retrieved for Peters Township. Sorry I didn't see that. Wasn't on frame. But either way, both teams adjourned to their locker rooms, and Peters Township is 1 period away from win number 12 on the season and climbing within 4 points of North Allegheny for first place in Class AAA. We'll be back with more hockey on PetersHockey.tv after this. It appears we're ready for the third period. Our new second camera angle. Love that. Ice level. This is Matt Geica. This is PetersHockey.tv. Thanks to Todd Kazarowski and crew for being on site and providing, well, all the pictures. And yeah, the players have noticed that the pictures are coming from ice level as well as up above. The score is 8-1. Yes, 8-1 for Peters Township over Upper St. Clair right now. Got to be tough for USC to come out of that locker room with any kind of energy after what happened in that second period where they gave up 6 goals, 2 of them to Ben Kovac, who's working on a 5-point night right now, 2 goals and 3 assists. William Tomko has 2 goals. Austin Malley has a couple of assists and a goal in this game. I'll give you all the point getters in just a moment, but I want to reiterate the point that it's almost impossible to shut down Peters Township at home this year. It's been stunning to see, really, how they've been able to put points on the board and do it with gusto here at Princescape. Their lowest scoring game this season at home is a 3-1 win against Bethel Park back on October the 12th, the first game of the year. So give them a break. They were just getting rolling. After that, a 6-5 win against Mount Lebo, a 7-4 win against North Allegheny. They swept the season series against North Allegheny, by the way. 6-0 over Central Catholic, 9-4 over Seneca Valley. I think I said it was a 10-4 game or a 10 spot for PT in that game against Seneca Valley. It was 9. It only felt like 10. That's one where they had the 3 shorthanded goals on the same penalty kill. 4 goals and a 5-4 loss to Pine Richland, but then right back at it with 9 against Cathedral Prep. 4 goals last time out against Cannon McMillan at home on January the 4th. And here we are 4 weeks later and getting back into a more busy stretch of the regular season. 8 already on the score sheet for PT. And I'm curious as well to see if Upper St. Clair coach Dave Stock goes to Aiden Gossa, his backup, as opposed to, well, trying to make it work with Jake Fisher here, who hasn't had much of a chance tonight, honestly. It's been an array of open nets for Peters Township. So the team's back out on the ice, and as promised, I will get you the point getters this evening. They are many on the Peters Township side. I will say for Upper St. Clair, Aaron Stawiarski scored a goal from Colin Ruffner. That made it 4-1, but after that, the surge by PT at the end of that second period has put this one away. So we have, let me count it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 players with at least 1 point for Peters Township. Malley's got 3, a goal and 2 assists. Carson Alexander an assist. Ryan McKenna an assist. Luke Cassiola an assist. William Tomko, the freshman, 2 goals, 2 assists, 4 total points. He's got 28 points on the year to lead this team, but only by 1 over Ben Kovac, who has 5 points tonight and 27 for the year. 2 goals and 3 assists for Kovac. Maxwell Kness has a goal. So does Ryder Mertens and Cooper Slavin with a goal and an assist. I apologize to Cooper. I called him William Tomko on the opening breakaway of the game. I got to get back into my remote play-by-play shape here because it was 26, not 28. And I've done that a couple of times this year, transposing those 2 numbers. And it happens, I suppose. Kind of a weird situation in the Peters Township net as Nolan Hilbert has made 8 saves on 9 shots. Kyle Thomas also stopped 4 of 4 when Hilbert was in the locker room at the end of the first period to get a skate repaired. It appeared he either lost the steel in his skate or there was some issue with the blade where he couldn't even put weight on it. He had to be helped off the ice. I thought initially it might be an injury, but it was just an equipment problem. Jake Fisher has allowed 8 goals on 27 shots. And the task for Peters Township right now is just to stay on task and ride this one out to the end without any major hiccups. Next game for Peters Township on the schedule. Might as well look ahead right now. We can do it. The players can't, but we can, of course. But coming up, they'll be back at home against Baldwin. The Highlanders make their first trip into Princescape to face PT in their AAA debut season. And Baldwin right there for a playoff spot. They're just a couple of points back of Peters Township. PT in second place and about to extend its lead for second place to 3 points with a win. So we are underway, playing hockey in the third period from Princescape, and Stawiarski tried to shovel a backhand toward the front of the net. Couldn't get it there. Here's a chance right out in front for Gillespie, but he shoveled that one off the glass. So a couple of backhand opportunities there for Upper St. Clair to start this period. Ruffner's out there too. It's part of this forward trio. the big guns for Coach Stock, but the turnover, and the Panthers have to skate back for it. Upper St. Clair has lost 4 in a row coming into tonight. They have been outscored 23-4 over that stretch. Now it's 31-5 in the last 5 games. And the 5th game in that stretch isn't even over, but it's going to be a loss, it appears. Upper St. Clair with 5 games remaining after this one. They're going to need to probably win 4, at least 4 of those, if they want to have a realistic chance of making the Penguins Cup playoffs. Don't want to put too fine a point on it, but they're in some trouble right now. 4 points back of the final playoff spot, currently held by Bethel Park. Players on pursuit, looking for this puck in the Peters Township end, the Peters Township Indians in the white jerseys with the red pants and helmets. Black and red trim on those predominantly white jerseys. Tomko tries to make it 3, and he drove it right through the crease and perhaps off the body. I think that's Fisher. I want to double check next time we see a save made by the Upper St. Clair netminder. Trying to reach back was Tomko. Couldn't pull it in. And so the Panthers can try to go to work here, but they simply shoot in. Trevor Lamb got the puck ahead. The Panthers at one point this season were 5-5, but Upper St. Clair has dropped, well, it's about to be 5 in a row for the second time this season. Hot and cold, and the cold taking over at the wrong time of the year for USC. Icing call against the Panthers. And for Peters Township, pretty darn consistent all season long. If you look at just the wins and the losses on the year, they had back-to-back defeats. They lost to Mount Lebo in overtime on the 29th of November, right after Thanksgiving. In the following week, they fell to Pine Richland 5-4 here at Princescape. That's their only blemish on their home record. And they haven't lost consecutive regulation games all year long. I mentioned it's a hockey night in Pittsburgh overall, but unfortunately a sad ending at PPG Paints Arena. The Capitals come back for a 4-3 win. In overtime, Dmitry Orlov scored his second goal of the game with less than a minute to go in sudden death, in fact. So the Pens go into the All-Star break, winless in 3, I believe. Yeah, the OT loss. No, make it winless in 4. OT losses to the Kraken and the Capitals mixed in with a shootout loss to the Red Wings and the regulation defeat on Sunday to the Kings. So that long win streak turned into a winless streak in a hurry, didn't it? Drop pass, and oh, look out there. A nice hit in the defensive zone. For Peters Township, Austin Hlavik went flying. Here's a chance for Casiola to make it 9, but he rifled that one over the crossbar. I think that was that McKenna who laid the hit? I wasn't quite sure who it was for Peters Township. I apologize. I wanted to give him credit because it was quite clean, but I couldn't catch the number for my remote location. Calling this game from the great state of Michigan once again. And it's been great to have this opportunity this year to continue calling Peters Township games, which I've done since the 2015-16 season. And we have a rolling clock, by the way, here in this third period, mercifully for Upper St. Clair. So we're down to 13 minutes to go. And ticking, and it will continue to tick unless we have an injury. I think a goal as well stops the clock, but I'm not entirely sure. Pardon me for not knowing the rolling clock rules as far as PIHL goes. Doesn't come into play very often. Most of these games are very competitive, but we've had some laughers this year in favor of Peters Township at home. PT got buried on the road 8-1 to start the regular season, believe it or not. So that was by Pine Richland. Opportunity for Alexander, and he put it off the pads of Fisher and off to the corner. Alexander and McKenna manning the blue line right now for Peters Township while the forwards go to work up below the goal line. Instead, though, Peyton Gillespie has some room for Upper St. Clair, and the Indians have to let him come out to center ice on the delayed offside. Gillespie cruising in, has a chance to put it on net, and he does, and it's gloved down sharply by Hilbert. No further play. 12:07 to go in the third. Peters Township got 2 in the first. Didn't look like it was going to be a blowout at that point, but, well, now here they are, up by 7 in a rolling clock situation. And, hey, it's a school night, right? So get to bed at a more reasonable hour. These 9 o'clock starts are rough, I know, for the players to get to sleep after all this. Slavin's backhand, and that's stopped by Fisher. Slavin patrolling. He Almost got this puck from Mertens, who was wheeling out by the line and pivoting to his forehand. Rory Siniowski picks his way into the offensive zone for Upper St. Clair. He couldn't get any headway, so the Indians take back over. And it's the captain, Cooper Slavin, redirecting this puck out to center ice. Peters Township about to win its 12th game of the year. PT can win as many as 15 if they finish on a trot. Mertens to the corner, still just a junior. Ryder Mertens in his third varsity year. Gave it to Alexander, but his pocket was picked at the blue line. Now breaking in, here's a backhand chance, and Hilbert says no. And the rebound, he gobbles that one up too. First opportunity came in from Keller, and nothing further from that. Yeah, the rebound, I don't think there was one in that situation. No, it was a goal. I'm sorry. I didn't see that puck go in. Oh, the joy of watching from afar sometimes can get the better of you. So they did score on the rebound. I thought for a second it looked odd as Dom Keller got the backhand off and the rebound was shoved home. Connor Murphy broke up the play behind the Peters Township net. Now here comes Tomko to the front of the goal, and a chance from point blank that Fisher makes a save on, and he snatches up that rebound with a little bit of flair. And he taps his head. I'm not sure what's going on there. As he was talking to, maybe it was Malley, who charged in late. Malley's going to take this face-off nonetheless at the left dot. No, he's not. They're going to bring it out to center ice. And the clock has stopped in a 6-goal spread. So I'll get you the goal scorer for Upper St. Clair as soon as I can. Andrew Gialames in deep. Lurking out in the high slot, Gillespie, but the puck didn't come to him. Now Ruffner trying to find Gillespie, and it's off the glove of a Peters Township defender. Under 10 minutes to go in the third period suddenly. Stepping in is McShane. Behind the back pass in front, but that didn't connect with anyone. Aaron Stawiarski out to the point and offside. Upper St. Clair. Score is 8-2. The only goal of this period belongs to the Panthers. On the road tonight, John McShane ends up getting credit for that one. And for McShane, his second of the season. Following up the backhand chance for Keller, Grayson Bayer got an assist on the goal as well. So with 9:22 to go in the third period, here's a shot and a score from the outer edge of the right circle. Make it 8-3. 2 in a row for the Panthers. That might have been deflected. That was a weird look as it hopped by Nolan Hilbert from a pretty good distance. And from that angle, you don't see them go in too often. And yeah, I believe that went in off a defender. But it was John McShane who shot it there. And it's a 5-goal margin now. Well, there's a shot from distance, and that one goes in. Oh, my goodness, what is going on right now? Right off the face-off, Peters Township gets it right back. They went forward off the draw. Luke Cassiola just knuckling that one past Jake Fisher, who looks down in disgust. Back to a 6-goal lead for Peters Township. And for the third time this year on home ice, they have 9 goals on the board. Caleb Kovac, I think, is going to get a helper on that as he won the initial faceoff from center ice. Well, this third period's turning wacky. Goals are going in from anywhere. Masucci has that pass go behind him, and it's stripped by the Panthers. Cross-rink pass. Austin Hlavik right to the front of the net. Everything's going in, so why not get it there? back to the point. Half slap shot. That's off of the pad of Hilbert, off the drive from Rory Siniowski. Siniowski again through a screen, and that hop to the corner. 8:30 to go in the third. That drive misses everything from the point. But again, Upper St. Clair getting shots through. That was Eli Rankin from the left point. But Peters Township has been absolutely sinister on the counterattack. This time, Fisher makes the save on the chance. At least I think it's still Fisher. Long lead pass goes too far for PT to gather in. Well, given that second Upper St. Clair goal to Dom Keller, I thought it was McShane. Anyway, Luke Cassiola gets the 9th goal. I meant the second goal of this period, rather, for Upper St. Clair. 9th goal overall for Peters Township, scored by Cassiola. Caden Kazarowski gets an assist, his 5th of the season, 8th total point for him. Cassiola in his senior year has 4 goals. To go with 3 assists. 7.5 to play in this game. Sharp angle try, fought off by Hilbert, off the wrister from Gillespie. Bosick drives it around the wood and deflected to the line and carried out by Cooper Slavin. It's a good job by the captain, staying gritty on the boards. Nearly a turnover, though. Here come the Indians now, 2-on-1. Mertens got Slavin. Mertens shoots, and he scores. What a dart. He put that one under the crossbar to the top right corner, over Fisher's glove. From the inner edge of the left circle, Mertens calls his own number. And a gorgeous rising wrister cashes in his 7th goal of the year. He had Cooper Slavin driving the net. That gave Fisher something to think about. And boy, did Mertens ever bury it. 10-3 for the first time this year. Peters Township has crested into double digits. That's going to help the goal average on the season. They came in averaging 4.7. It's going to be probably close to 5 if my math is correct, if not more than 5 after tonight. 10-3. The margin's back to 7, the largest of the night, tying the largest of the night for Peters Township. Upper St. Clair got a couple, and PT acting like a slumbering giant, just waking up from a nap to make things happen again. Here's a chance, and how about Hilbert robbing Peyton Gillespie from the slot off a sweet setup, but Hilbert says no. Nolan Hilbert coming up with that one. Just his 5th start of the year for the junior. Came in here with an .848 save percentage, a number they'd love to knock up a few pegs. He'd love to knock down that 3.61 goals against. And he's going to do that if he doesn't allow one more here tonight. Cruising through, Tomko's got 2 in this game. Makes a pass to the middle, and it slides right under the stick of the attacking Peters Township player, and it knocks out the Upper St. Clair goalie. Knocks him down to the ice, I should say. Not knocked out, but he is trying to gather himself. APT is not laying off the accelerator at all right now. And a delay for... Yeah, it is a different goaltender. It is Aiden Gossa who is in net right now for Upper St. Clair. So Gossa, 37, sees his 2nd action of the season in relief of Jake Fisher, who allowed 8 goals in the opening 2 periods. And looking at the box score live on PIHLhockey.com, they have not acknowledged that Gossa has gotten in. So, you know, sometimes the box scores aren't accurate. It's what you got to keep in mind at this level, especially. And by no fault of the Volunteers, it's a tough job. It's not like the NHL where you have dozens of people tracking the game. Literally dozens. Tomko on the handoff. Malley slows it down. Wristing. Gossa stops this one at his feet, and no further play. And again, though, with the 7-goal margin, the clock will continue to run. It'll tick under 5 minutes by the time the puck hits the ice for this upcoming face-off. Caleb Kovac won this one, but, well, it was a brief win. It was a Pyrrhic victory, as we might say, because here come the Panthers with it. Poked off the stick of Ryan Buonamo, the freshman, and back with it, Ben Kovac. 5 points on the night. Wanted to make it 6 with that centering feed, but that's intercepted. 4.5 to play in the game. Dumped in by Derek Schuster. To the corner, and Buonamo trying to hack it out, but again, it pops out to neutral ice. And back into the upper St. Clair zone. Sweet flubbed the pass. This will be Ruffner trying to help out his teammates. Colin Ruffner, the junior. 10 goals on the year to go with 3 assists, and Ruffner sets sail. He's got plenty of room. Good move to the outside of the forehand, and he was stopped by Hilbert. Grade A chance, though, for Upper St. Clair. They've been friskier here in this third period, but well after the game has been decided, Kovac's shot was blockered out, and Gossa now has to backtrack. Wraparound chance here, and he did get back just in time to prevent Cassiola from getting his second goal of the period. Under 4 minutes to go in the third. Rolling clock. Ruffner lines one up again. That's saved by Hilbert. Big rebound, though. Burped up into the low slot. Stawiarski, wanted to give it out to the point, but it was deflected and into the neutral zone for a face-off coming up on the offside. No penalties in this game? I think I'm right in saying that. Yes, no penalties yet. I came in prepared to talk glowingly about Peters Township's power play at 32%. It went 1 for 1 last week, so it's not like they're getting all these opportunities, which has been par for the course for the past several years for PT. They've had good power plays. Some years better than others. Here's a pull-up move by Masucci, but he's stripped. But they usually don't get a lot of chances. They play a lot of, 5-on-5 hockey. This year they've been not so great on the PK. That's part of the reason why they've given up their share of goals. They're averaging 3 allowed on the year, which is kind of high for a Peters Township team, as this Upper St. Clair shot careens off the corner glass and back out to center ice. So it'll be 3 at least tonight. Play broken up at the Upper St. Clair line. Masucci lets one go. That's a blocker save, maybe an elbow save for the backup goalie, Aiden Gossa. So all 4 goalies have gotten into this game. This is icing against Upper St. Clair. 2:10 remaining in the third. But the PK for Peters Township, not coming into play tonight, but they've given up 10 goals on the year on 43 chances. But they've scored 18, so special teams definitely a plus for them this year. And that's not even counting the 5 shorthanded goals they've scored and the 0 they've allowed while on the power play. So really, even though that penalty kill is 10th out of 11 teams, overall, special teams have not been a hindrance to Rick Tingle's side this season. That's why they're about to improve to 12-4. Panthers can't get this one out initially. Now they do. Plavik overskated. Scramble in the neutral zone and wristed into the O zone by Camden Martin. Haven't seen a ton of him tonight, or he hasn't touched the puck a lot tonight. McKenna dubbing one toward the front. Indians continue to hunt that one, as it was Jacob Smiga nearly getting there for a rebound opportunity. Swirling to the outside, George Garces. He'll shoot in deep with 1 minute to play in the third period. Caden Kazarowski playing defense today. No Kobe Ringwald this evening. Not sure about his availability going forward. But Ringwald on the year, played 15 games. He's got 13 points from the blue line. This one's icing against Peters Township. Maybe their second icing of the game. They played clean. They've played a quick-up game. They've gotten a couple breakaways, tons of odd-man rushes. Too many to even count right now. Aaron Stawiarski dumped out by the blue line. He continues to tick. Stawiarski had a goal in the second. Now he sets up a man, but stubbing the shot was Peyton Gillespie. 20 seconds to play in this game. Peters Township about to close this one out in resounding fashion, leading by 7. It'll be their second biggest margin of the year. Ruffner, and a snag save by Hilbert on the chance. 7.2 seconds left, and they could just let the clock run. I'm not sure why the clock is stopped at this moment, but old habits die hard for the scorekeepers. And they are going to let the time run out. Hilbert, what a way to end the game, huh? He gets the victory. Nolan Hilbert improves to 3-2. 10 is more than 3. Indians win. Indians win here on home ice against Upper St. Clair. They improve to 12, 4-1 on the season. 25 points, now just 4 behind North Allegheny for the top spot in the PIHL Class AAA division. Most importantly, though, they have created some space between them and the teams behind them chasing for that number 2 spot. Right now, they are 3 up on Pine Richland and 5 up on Seneca Valley and Baldwin as the teams shake hands at center ice. That's 5 losses in a row now for Upper St. Clair. They're 5-9-1, stuck on 11 points, still 4 behind Bethel Park for the 8th and final playoff spot in the division. But the good thing is for Upper St. Clair, they still have 5 games left to play. Bad news is they still have to play North Allegheny and Pine Richland before the season ends. Up next for Peters Township is Baldwin next week at home. That's a 7 o'clock start. We'll have it for you on petershockey.tv. I'll be back on the call for that one. And Todd Kazarowski and crew will be back on site at Printscape Arena as Peters Township will have 2 of the last 3 on home ice before they get ready for the Penguins Cup playoffs. Yes, it's going to be another postseason qualification for Peters Township. It's basically all over except officially as of right now. What a strong effort for them. Stars in tonight's game, almost hard to pick, but Ben Kovac gets the number 1, I would say, with 2 goals and 3 assists. William Tomko, 2 goals and 2 assists. We saw Austin Malley get a 3-point night, so he's getting back to it after an injury held him out of several games before the calendar page turned over. Also scoring goals this evening, Luke Cassiola had 1. Ryder Mertens, Cooper Slavin scored an opening goal for the Indians on a breakaway. Let's see if I miss anybody. Maxwell Kness, easy to miss people on a night like tonight. And Ryan McKenna, Carson Alexander getting assists from the blue line. Let's not forget about them. Caden Kazarowski, too. Goal scorers for Upper St. Clair, Dom Keller and John McShane here in this 3rd period. And Aaron Stawiarski back in the 2nd, back when it was still a game, to make it 4-1. But really, the horse was out of the barn at the point of the 2nd period, and PT just continued to pour it on. Thanks so much for watching on petershockey.tv. Another win for your Tribe as they continue on in the regular season, the final month of it, as we get down to the final stretch of the year. For Todd Kazarowski and his staff on site for 10 Band TV, this is Matt Geika coming to you remotely from Grand Rapids, Michigan, saying God bless and good night. I'll talk to you next Tuesday. Peters Township hosting Baldwin. The Highlanders come to Printscape, and you'll be able to watch it right here on petershockey.tv.